subject that I want to talk about. As the day that I'm posting this is the 2-year anniversary of me releasing my first single on Spotify. It's called All You Are to Me. And I just felt like reminiscing a little bit and talking about the whole process because it was such a lovely and fun experience, and I learned so much that I just felt like sharing. Also, I am a nosy person, and I always want to know things about fields that I'm not familiar with. If you're a scientist, like, tell me how your job works, right? I'm not a full-time musician, it's not my job, but I do think it's an interesting world to kind of delve into sometimes, which is kind of what I do sometimes. So I hope that you find this somewhat interesting, but just boring enough so that you'll hopefully doze off. So, yeah. Okay, so maybe a little bit of a backstory. I've played the guitar since I was 10 years old. I'm 23 now, so that's 13 years. And I've been writing and playing music for as long as I can remember. Writing I started doing a little bit later because I'm scared of people's opinions, and everything made me cringe when I was in puberty. But it doesn't anymore, which is good because I can let out my creativity a lot more. But I wrote All You Are to Me in lockdown, and the song is I'll tell you the lyrics and then it's like I'm on Genius now, but it's the first verse is, I know it's not the end, come to think of all the time I spent missing you, it makes no sense, romanticizing at my own expense. So you can probably guess from this that this is about a person. You've guessed somewhat correctly. I wrote this song about, it's always a collection of different experiences for me. Whenever I write a song, it's never very directly about one person, but it's more about a feeling or a message that I want to get off my chest or get across, if that makes sense. But this was partly about a toxic situationship, but it was also about other old crushes that I've had and the general feeling of the relief after something like that is over. That comes a bit later for me personally. But when the situationship ended, it was very rough. But then, after being sad about it and romanticizing a little bit afterwards, I was kind of like, this is so much better though. And that's kind of the feeling I wanted to write about, and I wrote it in a day. And I posted it on Ultimate Guitar. And Ultimate Guitar is a platform for musicians where you can post, first of all, you can find any tab for any song you ever want to play, so all the chords are there. It's a lovely website. I've been a member since 2013, I guess, maybe 2015 that I made an account. But I've been posting shots on there since 2018, and I've built up a bit of a following on there, which is lovely, and it's a lovely, lovely community. It reminds me of the ASMR community and how sweet everyone is. But so I had been posting on there, and shots are kind of like a TikTok format, 1-minute videos, and you can upload covers of songs, and you can link the tab that you used, but you can also upload original music. And this was the first original shot that I uploaded because I only did covers up until that point. And the response was crazy, and there was so many lovely comments on it that I felt maybe I should actually do something with this. I don't know. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to start. So that's when a lot of things just fell into place very naturally. And okay, there's a guy who I know who releases music as well, and he has a song on Spotify, Julie Love. His name is Robin Storm. His artist name is Robin Storm. His real name is Storm. So I had I posted my shot on my Instagram as well. I have a music Instagram. It's linked down below. It's now kind of an anything Instagram, but it's just not my private Instagram, basically. So I posted my shot there, and I put it in my story as well. And then later in the day, I was in the car, and I was listening to Julie Love, and I filmed myself singing along to Julie Love, because I wanted to do a little, like, support your locals moment, because it was still lockdown. It's hard to connect in general, and as an artist, it's really hard. And I love his song. I still do. So I felt like, screw it, I'm singing it, I'm uploading it to my Instagram, whatever. Didn't think about it. And he DMs me and is like, thank you so much for sharing this and blah blah blah. Hey, that song in your story, did you write it? And I was like, yeah. He was like, can you send me the chords to the song, because I'm in the studio with Dan, who will come into play more later. Dan is producer, and we just kind of want to play around with that. Is that okay? I'm like, sure, go ahead. So I sent him the chords and the lyrics, and 2 hours later, they sent me like a demo version of my song with this great production and his voice. And mind you, this is all in the same day of me posting it and then me getting a demo version of my song, which was crazy because it was my first song, and hearing it so full, I kind of told them like it has a bit of a poppy, country-esque vibe to it, and they did that so well. So I was like showing the recording to my parents. I was like, what's going on? Look at this, I made this. But it's my song and I wanted to sing on it. Like, it's mine. But immediately Storm was like, would you be open to doing a duet with this song? Because I feel like that would be fun. And I was like, yes, I want you on this song. I want your voice on this song. So we got together and went to the studio, where we went to Dan's studio. Also, this is lip gloss. I am so sorry. I didn't notice. Anyway, we went to the studio and we started recording this single, and it was so amazing too. I had been in studios before and in vocal booths, and but not as serious as this. It's different when it's your own song. I don't know, and it's such a good learning experience in regards to pronunciation, volume, usage of your voice, etc., etc. I loved it. I loved everything about it, and hearing Storm sing it and the whole process was just lovely. And Dan and Storm are just great guys, and we got along super well. And the song was finished. We did a few demo versions, I think. It was a lot of, at the last minute, it's a lot of back and forth, like, oh, I want this banjo volume lower, I want my vocals to be more dry or more wet, or balancing it out before sending it off to get it mixed and mastered. which is after you record someone else or the same person, but it's nice to have someone else listen to it the last time. They balance out the volume and the things. And that's called mixing and mastering. So, yeah, that was done and it was mixed and mastered. So it was time to think of releasing it. And Storm is signed to a label. So, because I had a single with him, the label was going to release a song for me as well, so I didn't have to do it myself, which it's very easy to upload music, to release music on Spotify and Apple Music, etc. through a distributor. And a distributor is someone who spreads the music, distributes the music, so you can go to websites. I used DistroKid for my own singles, because I had a few covers on Spotify. And you just fill in a bunch of stuff and you set a date where you want it to release, upload the cover art, and you're good to go. The cover art is the picture of the single, which we'll also get into. But I was talking to this label because they were going to put out my song, and I had to get to know them too. And it was all over FaceTime because it was still COVID times, which was kind of sad, but it was also just very convenient because they were all the way in another city. So we had someone, how do I explain this? There was a team of 3 people involved from the label side. From the label side of things, which was very nice, and they were very sweet and kind and clear about how it was all going to go, and how it worked in regards to rights and everything. So it was super, super interesting. And then we had to think of cover art once the whole release plan thingy was settled. This kind of happened simultaneously, but Storm and I, we get along super great. I had a very fun experience, but in regards to the cover art, our opinions were very different. And because the song will be visible on his side of Spotify as well as my side, it's difficult to find a style that matches both. So we got an artist involved, Bubs, and she is great. She's a photographer, and she does drawings and everything, and she designed our cover art. And what I wanted something that would resemble Letting Go, and I wanted it to have pastel colors. That's what I knew beforehand. It was a very pastel song for me. It was also springtime, obviously, when the release was coming closer. So she made, I don't know, 55 designs and kept on sending them, and we kept video calling to adjust, and me and Storm would discuss it, and then I would link it back to her, and we would FaceTime and see what was fitting. But I kind of stood up for myself because it was my song in the end, so I felt like both of our opinions mattered, but I have to become comfortable with it 100%. And we found cover art that was just great, and I'll insert the photo of the cover art. But I love it. I love the design. I love the colors. I like the lettering. It's 2 years later now, so I'm not as passionate about it as I was, of course, but it's great. It fits the song well, so good job. And then it was counting down to the release, so getting press messages ready and promoting it on Instagram and getting pre-save links and sending it to a bunch of different radio stations, and that was such an exciting experience. So that was all really cool. And then it was release day, and let me tell you, release party. At that point I was living in Nijmegen with 10 roommates, and I had just moved out 2 months ago, I think, so I was pretty new there. And we all got along great, and they were all excited about the song. And I was going to do a release party there, which was also kind of going to function as a housewarming party, I guess. But then roommates got COVID, and we were all quarantined our house, which was devastating. I couldn't believe it. It was so sad. My first song coming out. I'm in quarantine. I couldn't even go to my parents or something. Couldn't even see Storm. So I was all sad, and so I was like, it comes out at midnight, usually on a Friday, because it's New Music Friday. It's a very convenient time for some songs to come out. So I was like, I'll just wait until midnight, FaceTime the Storm, and go to bed. But my mom had this idea where me and my roommate would go on my Instagram Live and play the song. Because me and my roommate made a lot of music together. He's a guitarist, he knows the song. So apparently, while I was moping around, they had been planning something behind my back. And it was funny because my mom kind of gave it away as she was talking to me. I don't know how it happened, but somehow I figured out that I was going to go live on Instagram. I was like, what am I going to do? Why would I do that? But she had messaged every one of my friends, like, go on Instagram, she's gonna go live, it's a surprise, it's gonna be a release, blah blah blah. And my roommates were all in on it, and they had baked the cutest cake for me, which I'll insert a picture of. And they surprised me in the live with the cake, and kind of like it was a birthday. And then we sang the song, and I was all nervous, and it didn't go as well as I wanted to, of course. But it was such a sweet, sweet experience, and the song is fun, and I am really proud of it and how it came out, and it's funny to see how well it did. A news site wrote an article about me. It was in a list of like top 100 songs of 2021 on a local radio station. I did a few interviews. I performed the song on local radio stations, and that was just such a fun experience, and I don't know, motivated me all the more to keep on writing and making music. So currently I have 2 songs out on Spotify that I'm super proud of. The second one I put out independently, and I'm super, super proud of that one too. And if you want to check them out, I'll link them down below. But yeah, I just felt like this was a fun time to revisit that experience, because it was so valuable to me, and ever since I've been writing consistently, and I have so many snippets of songs. I'm very much a verse and chorus writer, and then never looking at a song again. But it has opened my eyes creatively a whole lot more, and I love it, and it's become such an outlet, and I have no intention of ever, well, maybe I'll put on an album or something, that would be fun, but I have no intention of playing a bunch of shows and doing a whole lot of that. I performed at a wedding last year, which was my first live performance in years. So, I don't know, live performing is something I'm not that comfortable with yet. Okay, interfering for a sec, because editing this part, I sound very casual about the wedding, but it was the biggest freaking honor of my life, and I am forever grateful to the couple for asking me, because to have someone walking down the aisle to me singing I Will Never Get such an honor to be a part of such a big moment in their lives, and the bride has been a very big impact on my life as well. So that was, maybe I'll do a story time about that some other time if you'd like to, but yeah, I just felt like that deserved to be mentioned. Maybe someday, but this was just, I just like making art. That's what it comes down to in everything that I do. I like making things. So yeah, that was the story of my first single release. I hope you enjoyed this. It wasn't that long, but yeah, I just felt like sharing it, and I'm wishing my song a very happy anniversary, second birthday. If you would want to listen to it, it's down below, and let me know your thoughts. I think that's really fun to be mixing those worlds. I also have a YouTube channel where I do covers and stuff, so